Hello everyone. So today I am going to do a very highly requested video, but before I get to that I just want to say a massive, humongous, magnificent thank you for getting me to 40,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is cray. Yeah, whether you've only just started watching a few weeks ago or if you're watching from my first video, then thank you very much. I can't tell how much I appreciate that. Talking of first videos, you see how I linked that to this video? Oh, never mind. Today I'm going to do my first time vlog. I know many of you will be here for all the right reasons. Yeah, it's not like that. So let's just get into it. I have a list on here because I couldn't remember what they were, but basically I just gathered a load of subject matter that you have to say about your first time doing said thing. So, first is my first word. I don't know what my first word was. I will ring my mum.
Hi, you've reached Tracy's mobile.
Well, that's not good. I'll ring my brother, who can then pass me on to my mum. All this just to find out my first word. Do you know them people where you just think, why do you have phones? That's my whole family. No one ever answers the phone. Why do people have phones? Hello? Where are you? At where? Are you not with Mum?
No.
Okay, never mind. Speak to you later. So he's at the park with his friends. I could be dying right now.
Hello?
Hi Mum.
Hi.
What was my first word?
Your first word?
Yeah.
The first word that I remember you saying were beans.
Beans?
You would have said mama or dad, because that's the easiest thing to say.
So,
I remember you being the first real word were beans.
beans. Okay. Alright, thanks. Okay, my first memory. Okay, so my first memory is from when I was about 2 or 3. We lived in a house, and in the kitchen there were doors that I thought were like horse stable doors. You know, where the top and the bottom of the door open separately. Looking at the door and burning my arm on the radiator. And that's my first memory, and I was 2. Pretty boring memory to have, I feel. So yeah, that's my first memory. I also have a memory from when I was around the same age. We moved into a new house, again in Sheffield, and the house had a wobbly brick. And I always used to think that if someone pulled that brick out, then the house would fall down. First film that I remember watching will be either Toy Story or The Lion King. My favourite film ever is The Lion King, so I'm going to go with that one. And then didn't watch it for ages, and then when I was 14 I was someone who never understood why people cry at films. I'd watched Titanic, I'd watched a lot of films that my mum used to cry at when we were watching them, and I never understood why do people cry at films. Like, my mum cries at TV adverts, she's one of those people, never understood it. And then I watched Lion King again for the first time in about 10 years and I bawled my eyes out. You know which bit. I'm not even going to tell you which bit. Simba's dad dies. First pet. First pet that I had, I think, is everyone's first pet, which would be a hamster. All the hamsters in our family, I've had a hamster, my brother had a hamster, my sister had a hamster, and then we all got a hamster together because they all die or run out of the cage and we can't find them. But all of our hamsters begin with the letter H, and mine was called Hammy the hamster. I think I got another one, and I told my mum that I called it something else, but I actually called it Hannah after myself. And then after that I had 2 cats called Bonnie and Clyde, and then after that we got 2 dogs called Millie and Charlie, what we still have now, and they are Dalmatians dogs, obviously. First job. My first job, also the place where I met my current boyfriend, was when I was 14, nearly 15. I'm sure it's illegal to work when you're 14. I'll say I was 15. When I was 15, I worked at a cafe in Bakewell, which is half an hour drive away from where I live. So my mum desperately wanted to kind of teach me, and she's still very much like this. She believes that you should have a job, and she wants you to have that kind of ethic of you earn your own money and you can spend your own money on what you want, to have that independence of you being able to learn how to deal with money. If you just get handed money, and I know people like this, don't socialise with anymore, but people that I used to socialise with got to 20 or however old it is and their parents just fund their life. You can't live your life like that. Like, it's just, they have no concept of how to save for things, how to be, you know, responsible with money. They have no idea. So my mum really wanted me to kind of learn that from an early age. I went to the cafe, I was a waitress, and that is where I met my current boyfriend Will, who I'm sure you've all met. And yeah, he was a pot washer at the cafe, and we made like really good friends when we were there. Will I kept contact with. He would come over to my house, I would come over to him in Manchester, because he goes to uni in Manchester and I go to uni in Sheffield. We would go over and see each other. We were best friends for a really long time, and now we are more than friends. Then I worked at the Co-op, and then I worked at Hollister, and then I worked at TGI Fridays, where I work now. Can you tell which one of those jobs I didn't enjoy? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Okay. Is this still filming? I hope so. Okay, first crush. Okay, first crush, non-celebrity, was a friend that I had called Oliver. I really hope you're not watching right now, because that would be so awkward. He's actually married right now. Okay, so I am 20, and when me and Oliver were 5-ish, 6, 7, around that age, we were really good friends. He was in my friend group, he'd come to my house all the time, and I had a massive crush on him. My first friend would either be a girl called Charlie, or a girl called Hannah, or a girl called Gemma. They were all around the same time. My mum was friends with theirs mum. You know where you kind of, you're friends with your parents' friends' kids. I was friends with them. Now, Charlie, in fact, actually has just discovered my YouTube channel, so if you're watching this, Charlie, hey girl. Hey girl, hey. What else? Oh yeah, Gemma. We used to go on holiday all the time, and she's had a baby last year, so that's very cute. First boyfriend is a guy called James. I won't give you his second name for privacy reasons, but he has the same name as a very famous deceased actor. When you're like, I'm talking like year 3. So how old are you in year 3? I don't know. Quite young. We were boyfriend and girlfriend for 2 years, and then we rekindled our romance in year 7 for a year or so. So yeah, we're still good friends actually. We were in the same friend group still, and we still go out to the same places, and I'm always really happy when I see him, so we are still like this. So that's good. My first kiss again was with Mr. James behind a place called Kraken's Lair, which was like a wooden hut at school, and everyone used to kiss behind it, and there was little peepholes and people would watch because we were really creepy. My first car my parents bought me for my 17th birthday, it was a Peugeot something, 307, something like that, quite old. 3 days after I passed my test, someone crashed into it. Then I got a Toyota Yaris, which got crashed into by a drunk driver. So then with that money, I also put a bit more to and got my Renault Clio, which is what I have now, a little black Clio. It's very cute, very nice. My parents also got me a personalised registration plate for my birthday, which I was very, very happy about. And my first YouTube video, which is the final question, is very embarrassing, and it's still there, so if you want to go and see that, you can. I've got ginger bacon looking hair, and when I say bacon looking, if you go and see the tutorial, you'll know what I mean. So, and I look really weird in it, and I'm just like gorm, like not looking at the camera, just like with my mouth open. Some of you know that I have a, I'm not going to go into it, but I sometimes, when my face is relaxed, my mouth is open, and it takes me conscious effort to stop it from happening. So in that video I wasn't doing that, so I just look like an absolute gorm. It is medical condition, by the way, not a condition, but it is due to something medical. So it really pisses me off when people say that I look like a gorm, because I feel like, dude, that's not cool. So that is my first time video. I hope you enjoyed it. And leave your comments down below. Oh my god, there's a fly. If you have an interesting story about your first time doing something, then let me know. So that is it, and I will see you next time. Bye!